Hello everyone, welcome back. I can see you're excited for the most well-known Ridley Scott movie containing a unicorn.
Legend!
It's so fantastically good.
Oh, you say that now.
For the viewers who haven't seen Legend, can you give us a short summary or synopsis?
It's so simple, but it's really hard to summarize. There was a void of darkness, right? And then there was light, and it came, and it said, what the heck? Light is like stored in unicorns, but the Lord of Darkness is like brooding underground. That's Tim Curry with the big horns. So there's Lily. I think she's called a princess sometimes. It's unclear. I think she's a little entitled. Breaking
into people's homes, eating their snacks.
She hangs out with a feral boy named Tom Cruise. I mean, Jack. He's either a feral boy or a Disney princess. I am uncertain.
Cupping birds in his hand.
Yeah.
Caressing the wind.
And like all young lovers do, he takes her to see the unicorns.
The rich girl, as always, ruins everything with her impudence and not knowing how rules work. She goes up and touches the unicorn, distracting it, while this really disgusting jerk of a goblin shoots it with a poison dart and knocks it out and steals the horn, hurling our heroes into a quest to retrieve the horn. Okay, so we wrote down a big list of keywords and things that inspired us from the movie, and of course we're going to go through them and try to think of a beer style that would best suit this movie.
Yes. I have a small technical detail to throw in first. So this is, there's a director's cut and a theatrical version. We always watch the theatrical version though, for one very important reason. Tangerine!
Dream!
Yeah, it's the best.
It's so obvious that it's the best soundtrack. It's like, I'm a little man in the woods, eating everything that I see. Look at me. A mushroom is my house. I'm wearing a fern blouse. Oh.
I talk about how simple it is, but it's gorgeous. The costumes and stuff are pretty. The sets are pretty. The dress scene is the super bestest. Probably one of my favorite scenes.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those things where I really appreciate it because if they made it today, it would be completely different. That scene in particular is just like, it's the way it is because of when it was made, and it's so good.
Okay, I'm gonna read through my list, which is, as always, keywords and nonsensical garbage that I wrote down. Here we go. Legend notes. Darkness and light. I don't know why I wrote likey. Licky? Lily. I wrote down Lily. There we go. I wrote down Lily. I was like, maybe we can have a flower, some kind of flower in the beer.
Oh.
Curry. Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
He's so fantastic. I wrote down curry because I thought, oh, maybe we can do a play on words. We could have a kind of like a curry flavor in our beer. Oh gosh, this is like the role he was born to play. I also wrote down bee pollen on a summer wind because that was a line in there, and I thought, oh, that might be nice, like some honey or some kind of flower. Glitter, of course, because I know there's this edible glitter you can get. You can just pour it in crap.
Oh yeah, glitter. You've never seen so much glitter in your life.
I feel like they used up all the glitter of a generation in this movie.
It is constant glitter and pollen and snow and bubbles and crap just in the air all of the time. And I think anyone who worked on this movie is probably still, like yesterday, found some glitter in their crawl.
They're like washing their hair and they're like, son of a bitch!
I think that's a given. I think we're using some edible glitter.
Yeah. I wrote down in all caps, darkness! Yeah. Because Tom Cruise screams that and then swings in on a rope. Okay, let's start talking about the beer stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I thought there was two ways we could go with it. We could go light or dark.
Of course.
You know, like in a perfect world, we could make both. Make them like complementary, but you know, we're not getting paid for this yet, so.
No.
So I was trying to look up styles. The one I think I like the most is a wit beer, Belgian white.
That sounds nice.
I think it would need something in it. I thought like fruit. Like this is one I really like. It's a wit beer with passion fruit. I thought like, could we do like a plum? Plums are fun. I'd still put glitter in it for sure. Because I kind of thought if you had a really dark colored beer with glitter in it, it'd be like, the void.
The void.
I would want cherry flavor in it, maybe.
Ooh, yeah.
To go with like
that could be nice.
Big red Tim Curry. The other ideas we had were like winter Christmas style beers that you could get a lot of like mulling spice type flavor in it.
Yeah.
That was it.
I like these ideas.
Although you mentioned flowers earlier, and that got me thinking that maybe instead of even fruit in a wit beer, you could do like hibiscus or...
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it'll be red. Very red.
No, I thought it'd be funny if it was like pink or purple and glittery, you know, like woohoo.
Would you like me to go over my beer styles that I was thinking of? The first thing that popped in my head was oatmeal stout because it's dark and it's strong. It's got the oats in it, which makes it like super silky and creamy, like Tim Curry's voice. The second style I thought that if we did a golden stout, it looks completely golden, but it tastes like a stout. So I thought it'd be kind of like, it's nice.
It was in disguise.
Yeah, it's nice and pure on the outside, but then you have this kind of dark and chocolatey and coffee flavor on the inside. The third one I was thinking of, the one I kind of invented, was maybe a black New England IPA.
Oh.
Yeah, so I thought that might be interesting because you could have this thick New England IPA, kind of creamy, smooth milkshake beer, but you have this like roasty character that is kind of the backbone of it. I really liked your idea for the wit beer with hibiscus in it, because it would be like a nice, delicious wit beer with like coriander and orange peel, and then you'd have that red hibiscus and it would look really pink, and then we could put the glitter in it. And that would look pretty cool. Yeah,
because I've tasted wit beer with fruit, but I've never tasted a wit beer with a flower.
And I think that would work because of all the nature that's everywhere in the movie. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the wit beer with hibiscus, and maybe we can think of something crazy as well, but I think that's a really cool idea. Add some glitter to it. We can swirl it in a big pot. Yeah, I'm really excited. I think it's really cool.
Glitter in beer sounds great.
Yeah, it does. Cool. So we're going to go ahead and brew it.
Yes.
And we'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
I started this brew day off by milling my grains. The grain bill for this beer was 4.5 pounds Belgian Pilsner, 4.5 pounds of white wheat, and 1 pound of something that I've been wanting to use for a while, golden naked oats. Whenever I'm brewing with rice hulls, I normally have an issue where I just get them all over the place. So this time I decided to mix them into the grain instead of adding them directly to the mash tun. It worked really well. I wanted this to be a medium-bodied beer, so I dough'd in at 152 degrees and let it mash for 60 minutes. The hop addition for this beer was really simple. I added 1 ounce of Spal hops, which are one of my favorite hops, at 30 minutes into the brew, and that was it. Everything from this point on was business as usual. I let the beer ferment for a week, and then I added the hibiscus. There's a lot of ways you can add flowers to a beer, but this is the process I use. I started by measuring out 6 ounces of hibiscus flowers, and then added them to a mesh bag. Once I got that sorted out, I poured some diluted star san over the flowers. Pro tip is to not use a lot of liquid here because you'll just kind of wash out all the color and the flavor that you're wanting to add to the beer, so just add a little at a time until you're sure that all the flowers have been coated with it. Once you're sure the flowers are mixed well with all the sanitizer in there, make sure to gently add it to your fermenter. Any kind of shaking or splashing, you don't really want that because it can make your beer taste stale. Once it looks and tastes the way you want it to, you can just go ahead and package it any way that you normally do. Welcome back, everyone. Look at this beautiful beer.
Best color.
Yeah, don't you think that's what unicorn blood would look like?
We didn't want to put the glitter right in the keg because we're sort of afraid of like never getting the glitter out of the keg.
Yeah.
Ever. It's a lovely pink foam. It's so pink.
It is very pink.
Glitter is near.
I'm gonna put a thing in, I'm just gonna put like maybe half of this.
Sure. Oh my gosh.
First things first, this glitter looks really cool.
Yeah, it's very awesome.
It's so swirly, like if you swirl it, it looks so neat. It doesn't really like, you can see it whenever it's just sitting there.
Right.
But it kind of has to be in motion for it to
be really impressive.
Yeah. I'm just hoping this thing doesn't like shred my insides.
It is edible glitter.
That's what it said. Give it a smell. Give it a smell.
Ooh.
What do you think?
It's really, really nice.
What does it smell like? Don't taste it yet.
Hibiscus always smells a little like cherries to me. I don't know why.
It smells like berries.
Berries, yeah. Maybe
kind
not
of
a
berry.
cherry necessarily, but a berry. It's a good berry smell. Like, I really like it.
All right. Let's take a sip.
Ooh. Wow. It tastes like a berry dessert. Like, it's very strange. Like, it's not tart, really. It's just berry flavor and sweet.
Yeah, but it's kind of creamy because it's got this kind of like thick mouthfeel.
Yes.
Like, excuse my terminology. Yeah. Oh, the mouthfeel. The mouthfeel. Ooh, it does taste sweet and you get a little taste of that hibiscus.
Yeah.
I took it out a little early because I thought that the hibiscus flavor was kind of getting a little overpowering. And I mean, I think that this is just right.
Yeah. I'm trying to imagine how it would be if it was a stronger flavor, but I don't know. This seems fine to me.
I mean, this is good because you can still taste the wit flavor. You can still taste the base beer, but then the hibiscus complements it.
I'm not just saying this because I'm married to you, but this is probably the most interesting wit I've ever had.
Ooh.
It's just definitely an interesting beer in general because I don't really think I've had anything similar to it.
What do you like the most about it?
I know it's silly, but I like that it tastes like both a dessert, but like a berry. Because a lot of dessert beers go for chocolate or coffee.
I really think that the combination of the body of this beer, which is nice and thick, kind of like a creamy dessert, plus the style, which is a wit, which has like these flavors of coriander and tangerine peel. And then you have the added plus of hibiscus, which is kind of tart and more berry-like, which is really cool. And then you have that glitter, and it just makes it, I mean, seriously, it just makes it like this otherworldly, interesting, visually fun, cool thing.
It's very drinkable, too. And I do think it's a good representation of what we were going for. Like, it's silly. Like, it's unicorn blood, you know? It tastes like a dessert, and it's glittery, and
It's fun. I mean, that's what beer should be. You shouldn't take it too seriously. I mean, you can take a lot of aspects of it seriously, but just like, you know, when you're brewing beer, you're having fun. You want to have fun with it. And I think we succeeded. And I think you really like this because you're drinking this faster than you usually drink these beers. And of course, just like always, I'll include the recipe in the description of the video if you want to brew it yourself.
Ooh, and maybe a link to where to get this rad glitter.
Oh, yeah. Man. So cool. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, like, do whatever you want. Until next time.